The English people have a saying that a problem shared is a problem halfway solved. Hello, friends. This is Stella Sanobokelo, welcoming you to the Family Enrichment Hub. Thank you for loving this network. Thank you for promoting it. And thank you for supporting it to the far that it has reached. I truly appreciate you. Today, I'm going to be speaking about another storm that is ravaging marital relationships, and that is the issue of erectile dysfunction, or what you call impotence in men. Impotence refers to the inability of a man to obtain or sustain a meaningful erection which is needed for sexual performance. Statistics from Rocket Health tells us that 1 in every 10 men has suffered erectile dysfunction. We are also told that 22% of men above the age of 40 years are at risk of erectile dysfunction, and that 18% of men risk getting erectile dysfunction after the age of 70 years. We are also told that 5 to 10% of the younger men below 40 years have a risk of suffering from the issue of impotence. The Mayo Clinic also tells us that more than 50% of men between the ages of 40 to 70 years will experience some form of erectile dysfunction. And they also tell us that occasional difficulty in getting and keeping an erection is no cause for concern, but regular occurrence of the issue can be a cause of alarm and a need for a man to seek professional help. They also tell us that sexual arousal includes your brain, your hormones, your nerves, your muscles, and your blood vessels. And a hiccup in any of these core sexual organs can actually cause a problem of impotence within a man. What are the causes of impotence? The causes range from medical aspects to psychological factors to lifestyle issues. The medical aspects relate to men who have underlying health conditions. For instance, a man who has diabetes, a man who has high blood pressure, a man who has hormonal imbalance, a man who suffers from cardiovascular or heart issues, a man who has undergone surgery around the penile area, which has damaged the nerves that are responsible for sexual arousal, will suffer impotence arising from medical related condition. There are also those who will suffer impotence arising from psychological factors, including men who are exposed to excessive levels of stress at their workplaces, men who suffer anxiety, men who have little sleep, men who have other mental health challenges, men who are having issues, relationship issues with their partners, will all be exposed to the challenge of erectile dysfunction. And then on the lifestyle aspect, men who consume alcohol, men who do drugs, men who smoke, men who do not feed well, men who do not do exercise, all these will suffer from impotence arising from their lifestyle. How does erectile dysfunction affect marriages? Society does not make it any easy for men when they make statements like, "You are a man. Men do not cry. You need to man up. Do not be vulnerable. You can pull this off." All these can put undue pressure on any man to deliver sexually. And so when the performance does not happen as per the expectations of the society, this can put a high toll on men. This can bruise their ego and push them to a place where they're actually suffering from depression. And with depression, this just makes the problem worse. And for some men, they begin to self medicate and look for solutions by themselves, solutions like sex enhancers, like the Viagras. And we have all had a story or two of men who have sought help with Viagra, and the consequences have been fatal. Men have lost their lives because Viagra does not leave your heart performance the same. And anything which has an effect, a negative effect on the performance, on the ability of your heart to pump blood to all your body organs can actually damage your sexual performance in the long run. Erectile dysfunction, because it is a challenge, it is something that bruises the ego and the esteem of any man. It will affect your relationship because a man who is not able to deliver sexually is a man who feels a sense of low esteem. He feels like he is failing his partner, and this can actually worsen the relationship between the two partners. It can bring in issues of partner avoidance. It can bring in frustration. It can bring in loneliness. It can cause a man to coil away and enter a world where he's on his own. And because of this, it will bring a lot of frustration and undue pressure on that relationship, which eventually brings in a lot of resentment. And this will eventually lead to issues of separation and divorce. Is there a treatment for erectile dysfunction? I've had opportunity to listen to so many medical experts speaking, and they say impotence is 100% treatable and it is 100% curable. And they say being impotent as a man is not a death sentence. There is help, and they are advised any man who is suffering from the challenge of impotence needs to seek medical help because the medical people are able to profile you as a patient in the category of whether it is brought on by medical, whether it is lifestyle issues, whether it is a psychological issue. And treatment is dependent on what is the cause of the challenge. So every man who is suffering the challenge of erectile dysfunction, kindly seek professional medical help. Impotence is 100% treatable, 100% curable. The experts also advise that any man who is having issues of impotence should eat foods that are rich in nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a molecule which is released into the body and it's responsible for relaxing the muscles around the blood vessels which carry blood to all the essential sex organs within your body. And also, this nitric acid enables the release of hormones called testosterone in men. This hormone is responsible for the sexual performance in all men. So anything that promotes the release of nitric oxide within your body is actually promoting your ability to perform sexually. And some of the foods that are rich in this nitric oxide include the cabbages, the spinaches, the bok choys, the watermelons. These are highly rich in the needed nitric oxide. Men are also encouraged to have sufficient sleep of between 7 to 9 hours. Why are they encouraged to have this sleep? Experts also tell us that sleep is necessary for the repair and fixing of damaged tissues and cells. And also, during the process of the body sleeping, the hormone testosterone is released within men. And like we've mentioned, this is the hormone that is charged with the responsibility of sexual performance in all men. Women are also encouraged to create a safe environment where their men can easily and freely discuss their challenges with regard to the issue of erectile dysfunction, and also to offer empathy and understanding to their partners. Men are also encouraged to engage in exercise. Why exercise? Because anything that increases your heartbeat, anything that promotes a proper functioning of your heart actually is helping you for the proper flow of blood into the necessary sexual organs. And so when your heartbeat is raised, it actually increases your chances of obtaining and sustaining a meaningful erection. Men are also encouraged to quit smoking, drinking, and doing drugs because these substances damage your blood vessels, and anything which damages your blood vessels is damaging a core sexual organ for you. And so anything that you do, ensure you avoid alcohol drugs, and smoke within your system. And for those who are suffering impotence as a result of psychological factors, kindly seek professional help. Do not self medicate. Do not seek alternatives that have not been advised by the experts. I want to conclude with this, friends. Isaiah chapter 5, verse 13 tells us that my people are taken into captivity and perish for lack of knowledge. Do not allow what society has pumped into you as men to cause a storm within your marriage. Erectile dysfunction is treatable and it is curable. So kindly seek professional help and restore the intimacy and the joy back into your marriage. Thank you, friends, for listening in. Kindly share this message widely. If it is a blessing to you, it will truly be a blessing to another person as well. God bless you. Catch you next week. Bye.